Look at this venue. He is... And here comes the Easton Assassin. This bout, and of course, we fight outside today. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. Well done with that counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
The counter lands. Good counter punch. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Exchange punches. That jab doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
That one will count. Good counter punching. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice stop, but that won't score. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
punch, a receipt is coming right back. Perfect counter shot. Jab not finding its target. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
There's the bell to start round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Can't land that jab. Another scoring shot there. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Jab does not score. Punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Just misses right uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could... There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Counter punches have to hurt. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch. That hook misses. The straight right just misses. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.